Right now, there are 5 things you can add to your Etsy shop to increase your traffic and sales. And these are 5 trends that are not yet saturated on Etsy. Every month, I put in dozens of hours trend forecasting to identify trends that are not yet saturated on Etsy. I cannot wait to show you these. This first trend is colorful, opaque glass, acrylic, or pearl resin. Okay, now even if you sell digital and print on demand, you can incorporate this look into some of your graphics. We're definitely seeing it in very practical ways, such as kitchen and bath, knives, spoons, anything related to events and hosting. We're also seeing it with trays, so like decorative items that maybe used to be in more of like a wood or metal. We're seeing that again with different serving ware items. You could say this is a fruit basket or a fruit bowl. You could have it be like a serving dish. Like you could assign so many different types of purpose to something like that. Here again with the different colors mixed in, this is a really unique look. Again, kind of two-tone now. We have the base one color, the bowl part, the other color. People don't know this about the hand-picked category, but you could literally source all of these different kitchen items, but you could put them together as long as they're sourced from different suppliers, and suddenly it falls into the hand-picked category and selling them as a set, a themed set. Here we're seeing this more in like the marbled stone look, seeing some of this with different versions of tic-tac-toe and things that are more decorative, checkers as well, by the way, but more of like a coffee table, side table decor piece. Check out the lighting on this. If you can get some shots, and you can do this with AI like Nano Banana, you can charge a lot more for your products when you make them look elevated like this. Let's say you sell print on demand and digital and you're like, I don't think I can incorporate this. Absolutely you can. Let's say you're selling t-shirts. Let's say you have your mock-up and your model is wearing the t-shirt. She's holding like a coffee mug. Well, the coffee mug could be this kind of two-tone glass colored look. Or let's say you're selling tea towels. You could totally sell your print-on-demand tea towels and then have marble resin spoons next to the tea towel. So it's incorporating the trend into the context of the product, not necessarily making the product the trend. Let's say you sell digital printable place cards for weddings. You could absolutely have a mock-up of a place setting with maybe resin spoons or different color glass or maybe vases, and then you have the menu or the place card, whatever the digital product is, printed and on that table setting. That would be another way to pull this into the context that your product is in. All right, this next trend I'm calling vintage childhood aesthetic, because we are seeing these kind of vintage inspired motifs that are very nostalgic for people in our generation, because they're seeing things that remind them of the 90s. Here's like a plate with this kind of puppy motif. Now, if you were wondering, what is it that makes it that kind of vintage inspired look? You'll see they have bigger eyes, kind of a glassiness to them. Cute like little button noses and little red mouths. And also pay attention to the colors. Here we're mixing some primary colors. Here we see with the eyes, we even have the eyelashes on this lamb. You can see the little red mouth, the pink cheeks as well. This gives me like strawberry shortcake vibes. Pay attention to the colors, bright primary colors. We're seeing it here with kind of a nod to goldfish crackers, which by the way, a staple in my diet. Don't worry, it's the whole wheat kind. So very nostalgic, kind of childhood nostalgia. Here we're seeing this a lot with stickers and graphics. So if you're doing digital or print on demand, very specific faces on these cats, kind of expressions almost on the animals. And it's kind of like a watercolor look to it as well. Again, here we see this very nostalgic look with the cat, big, expressive little nose and cute little mouth. And then this also has kind of a vintage inspired frame around the cat. We saw that trend last year. Here's another one. So greeting cards, this is a great opportunity to pull trends in. If you do cards, the dichotomy here is very interesting because they're pulling in a super trendy word or modern word like splay and combining that with something that is very like vintage inspired with the aesthetic of the graphics there. Also, we're seeing this here with Ralph Lauren, big sunglasses representing big eyes, bright pops of color, very kind of 90s vibes there. Think about the motion of animals too, and that can create kind of more of a playful, childlike, vintage-inspired vibe. So here, like, makes it look very childlike. It's a baby lamb. It's not an old lamb. It's a baby lamb, and it's colorful, bright, pink and purple and yellow, very kind of 90s inspired. Again, here we see that teddy bear look. The reason this looks trendy, by the way, context matters. You can't take a trendy product and put it in an outdated context or a model that looks outdated. That will make that trend not look trendy anymore. So remember that. I love this. We're seeing it definitely, in the print on demand space. Think about how you could incorporate this into your all over patterns. I'm talking like wrapping paper, wallpaper, sheets, bedding. This is a great example of that. Shower curtains, blankets, pillows. I think adding in the butterflies, honestly, made this like so much more 90s vibes. This next trend we have been talking about for about 15 months now, yet we are seeing it evolve in new ways. And keep in mind, a trend might continue, but we have to pay attention to how it shows up differently. And this trend is the bow trend. We are going to talk about specifically functional bows. Here's an example. This one we see here on curtains. The bow is actually tying the curtain to the rod. So think about anything that would be tied onto something else and have it be a really nice, cute, aesthetic looking bow. Now this is much more intentional. This is much more, I'd say, of a preppy look, less boho, free-spirited. And we see that with the stripe, the very structured bow, a little bit thicker and shorter tails. Here again with pillowcases. So instead of thinking about where you might have had a zipper, now I could offer a bow tie option. Again, a fully functional item that happens to be in the full shape of a bow. This one, again, with kind of this pillow look, go sports, super cute, kind of a juvenile play. Again, this is a really cool vibe. Let's say you're a candle shop. Well, you could sell the candles by themselves, or you could sell them. Two variations, one without the ribbon, candles by themselves, like you've always had, and then second one with the ribbon to accomplish this look. And I think this is such a cool way to elevate the products that you might currently have in your shop. Just simply an add-on option. Let's say you sell party supplies, you sell balloons. Well, you've always sold party supplies and balloons, but now you're pulling in this additional trend and it's an optional add-on. Again, unexpected, but a legitimate bow on something like a lamp or on twinkle lights. This would be so easy to do. A lot of people think, oh man, making these bows so perfect takes forever. You can buy them pre-made. You absolutely can buy them pre-made. This is also so easy and unexpected. You could literally just tie and glue bows onto fishing line, and this is suddenly like the cheapest photo backdrop. That's probably the highest margin thing you could have in your shop. If you are doing digital or print on demand, first of all, maybe you have it in the context of the image. So maybe it's the same t-shirts you sold last month, and maybe the mock-up of your sweatshirt that has a cool back print now has a really cute trendy girl with a ponytail, and she has a ribbon bow with long skinny tails on her ponytail. You can absolutely incorporate this no matter what category you sell in. This next trend is really fun, and I'm excited about this. It brings me back to my high school art class. This trend is the three-dimensional ceramics trend. We are seeing the clay, the pottery, the ceramics world just explode with three-dimensional features, and I'll show you what this looks like. You can see here on the mugs with the actual lemons. We're seeing this a lot with fruits and vegetables, by the way. We can see the actual vase almost looks like it's made up of these cherry tomatoes. Really cool look. Here we see it. They've done it with the bow, like the previous trend. And then you can also see with three-dimensional bumblebees and flowers. Here we're seeing it with text, so lettering, bows, and combining it with last year's vintage-inspired frame trend. Now this is unique. It brings in a trend from last year, which was the imperfect line or stripe trend, very kind of hand-drawn stripe. You can see this is kind of like a little ring dish or jewelry tray, and it's very almost intentionally uneven. This looks like something your 5-year-old could bring home from school someday, right? Here we see a vase with oranges kind of stacked up to create a functional product. Again, another vase. This is really testing my knowledge of vegetables. This looks like it could be a radish or a carrot. Comment below if you know what that is. Here we see lettering. So this lettering is three-dimensional, looks very kind of artisan quality because it's not cookie cutter perfect. You can see the letters are like slightly different, kind of looked hand-shaped and hand-formed. Unique handles is another way we're seeing this kind of three-dimensional look. Okay, now this next trend is actually something that we purchased last night, our interior designer sent us a rug that had this trend for our home. So by the way, if you do print on demand rugs, listen up. But this is the subtle checkers trend. Note, subtle checkers. Subtle being the key word here. Now we saw kind of the checker trend. It went into wavy checkers, then it went into gingham. So here we're seeing it with blankets. A lot of the times we're seeing it with a white or a cream and then a softer color. In the ceramic space, we're seeing this very subtle, right? Like a beige and a cream white. We're seeing it in kitchenware. So that Mackenzie Childs type of look, keep in mind, we're going to see more of a subtle two-tone color look here, not the stark black and white. Footwear, right? Like kind of the Vans vibe. We're seeing it with this subtle two-tone neutral looking checker. And we're seeing it a lot in the interior design space. I mentioned that again with rugs. We're seeing it here. So seamless patterns with print on demand. Think, how can I incorporate this very subtle checker trend? Here, two-tone browns on a pillow. Now this is a little bit more vibrant. So we're getting it into a little bit more color blocking, but this is a tea towel. And the reason I pulled this in was because tea towels are fantastic for putting seamless patterns on. And if you're not incorporating those into your shop, you're missing out. So the key here is more subtle and combining that checker pattern and including in one of those two colors, kind of a neutral white or cream is the most common way I think we're going to be seeing this. I hope these 5 trends were super interesting to you. They're not yet saturated on Etsy. They're all sourced from outside of the Etsy platform. So I challenge you to incorporate them into your shop. If you would like to learn more about e-commerce strategy and how I grew my Etsy shop from nothing to over $1 million in profit, I do classes on this. So we will go ahead and put the link to one of those classes on the screen. I'd love to have you there. We always give you bonuses and resources in the chat during the class too. So if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. I cannot wait to bring you more trends that are not yet saturated on Etsy so you can increase your traffic and your sales. All right, I'll see you in the next one.